Hey everyone, we're just about to leave Auckland today and we're going to be heading towards Waitomo, which means we're going to be doing the Glowworm Caves, and then tomorrow we're going to be doing Hobbiton. We've been wanting to go to Hobbiton for so long and check out the set for obviously Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. That's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm going to show you what you can get there and hopefully get a little bit of drone footage and some photography and other film stuff. Maybe even some long exposure stuff with the glowworms, so that's going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned, let's go! Do you feel dizzy? How are you today? There's actually a run happening in Auckland at the moment, and I'm not sure what traffic's going to be like, but everyone in New Zealand keeps telling us about Auckland's bad traffic. I think what they mean is traffic. It's really not that bad at all. Compared to the Philippines. Yeah, definitely. I think Manila is probably the worst place I've ever been to for traffic. Now that's bad traffic. So we're actually staying at the Waldorf Stadium apartments, and I'm going to keep you guys up to date with the places that we're staying at, because we've got locations that are kind of close to the activities that we're doing. So if you guys want to also do these activities, we're sort of recommending these trips and itineraries, and we're also posting everything on the blog at a later date. So if you do want to get full details of the trip and follow it along and do your own trip, then that's what we're here to show you. So this is very much in the centre towards the harbour side, and a definite good location, and it's got parking. Parking's actually connected with the arena, so it does cost, but it's, you know, it's good parking and it's close by.
Sounds like something from Lion King.
Matilda. What was that?
Stretch.
We've made it to Waitomo about 2 hours early. It's actually quite nice to have a kind of a grey day.
Yeah.
It feels very homey, and we've had so much sun recently. It's nice to have some flat lighting, good photos and stuff.
I'm sure people will be angry though, being like, oh, you're sick of sun.
Yeah.
You're in London.
Whatever. New Zealand's got great weather.
Yeah, well, Bay of Islands was really nice.
Yeah. So we're now going to check into, where are we? Waitomo Top 10, which is right near to Waitomo Caves, where we're going to go exploring and caving. So let's see what room we've got. I'd love to take one of these out for a spin. Do a bit of drifting on this gravel. Here's our cute little cabin for the night. And here's our view. Looks like a nice little paddock. There's a rugby field.
Is it?
You got a ball? Well, this is cute.
Yes, I know.
So the Waitomo Caves are just up the road. I think she said about 500 meters away, something like that. And I've just seen over the road is a little convenience store, a pizzeria, and an eyesight. If I manage to get a video finished in time, then I'll probably upload from the eyesight, because I think the internet is kind of restricted at these little holiday parks. So it's good that it's right near. So we're now just gonna get ready and head over to the caves, and I think we're on a little private tour, so that'd be quite cool. We can spend some time filming in the caves and hopefully get some long exposure photos if we have time, and a tripod that can stay dry. So I'm definitely going to be making use of this bag, which I just featured in a recent tech video. This is the LowePro DryZone, and it should keep all my camera equipment dry whilst we're in the caves. I'm having a bit of a potato moment. I can't really decide what camera to take. So my choices are, I have my Sony A7R, which does the best video. I know it inside out for video. Could do it for photos. It's great for photos, though my usability, you guys all know about that. I have the Fujifilm X-T2, which is great for photography. It's weather sealed, which the Sony isn't really. It's kind of questionable. I've not properly tested it for video yet, and I'm not sure if I really want to be testing it whilst in a wetsuit in caves with low light. So that maybe isn't the best solution for video. Then I have the Canon 7D Mark II, which I know is weather sealed. It's an absolute beast in all conditions. I could probably drop this in the water and it would still work. However, for video, it's nowhere near as good as the Sony or the Fujifilm. So my dilemma is I don't want to carry too much, and I also don't want to miss out on stuff. The best one for the job is probably the Sony, but it's not weather sealed and I'm in a wet environment. I know I've got the bag will keep things waterproof, but if I'm taking it in and out, I don't want to drop it in the water. I'm gonna have GoPros for those situations. I think I've actually just worked it out in my head. I'm gonna use the GoPros in times when I'm really not sure about the water situation and take out the Sony when I can. There we go, just solved it. Had to say it out loud, got it. I've forgotten that Ellie's gonna have an extra pair of hands as well. So she's now gonna take the X-T2, which is weather sealed. I'm gonna take the Sony A7R and a load of other stuff, so let me show you what I got. So we've got the X-T2 that Ellie's gonna be using mostly for photos. The Sony A7R II I'm gonna be using mostly for video. We've got the 16-35 Canon F4, which has got optical image stabilization, so that's great for video. Metabones for the Sony. I've also got the 35 2.8, just because it's nice and small, and if I don't really have much room, that could be good. I don't know if I'm gonna change lenses halfway through, but I've got the bag anyway, so I can take it. A couple of GoPros, Hero 4, Hero 3 Plus, or Hero 3 rather. Just a couple of extra batteries, one for the Sony, one for the GoPro. Some of these red whips, I don't know if they'll be useful, but I'll take them anyway. Likewise this, I may need to clip something onto me. A little cloth. This is just a towel from the bathroom, because the hand's probably gonna get wet. A couple of straps, and then the Joby Gorillapod, so that if we do any long exposures, we've got a little tripod to carry with us. And that's all gonna go into the dry zone. Just got this inner bag here to make sure everything definitely stays dry. Most of the equipment is weather sealed anyway, so we should be good. And then it's just a matter of squishing out the air and then rolling down the top. Make sure you roll it 3 times and you definitely get water sealing protection. Clip it in. All these little compression straps across as well. Nice. Everyone, this is Logan. He's going to be taking us through the caves, and Ellie looks pretty ready. All right, should we go? Yes. Let's go. How was the glowworms and the caving?
So good. So good.
That was a stellar experience. Really, really good. Thanks to Logan for taking us around. Awesome guide, giving us time to film stuff. Unfortunately, if you do the tour, then you can't actually bring your camera, so we're quite fortunate that they let us come in with our cameras. Specifically the Sony, I was using the A7R II. Now if I had the A7S II, that would be amazing for low light in the dark, but unfortunately I've got the R, so it's not as good as the S for the dark, but I think I've still got some good footage, which you would have just seen in the scene that's just gone. As for the LowePro bag, that seemed to have worked really well. It kept everything bone dry, and not too much damage to it afterwards, just a little wipe down and we'd be good.
We didn't manage to get any photos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, photos was not.
Yeah, getting photos in the caves is pretty hard because it's literally pitch black, so you're kind of doing long exposures with no real guide of what's going on, and there's a lot of trial and error. So did a few things, and hopefully if they came out well, they'll be in the vlog. Essentially I was doing 30-second long exposures because I didn't have a trigger trap or anything with me. So that was the maximum the camera could do, and I think my ISO was kind of 800, something like that, so reasonable. And we're just painting light on the rocks with the helmet lamps. So, not the best situation. Ideally, I think you'd need like a 2 or 3 minute exposure, but it was pretty great. Well, the bag looks to be in good shape. And it's not even dirty underneath. Look at that.